Well, it looks like that time has finally come after many, many years of the TikTok anime arc. It is now being banned, or it's about to be banned in 9 months. You have already seen the headlines, you have seen people talk about it, but it's actually true and it's actually about to happen. Now, for me, I've already covered this topic many times in the past, and I've been on the line of, I think it will eventually get banned. It feels like it's been an issue that's been pushed for so much. It was just a matter of when, not if. And yeah, now it's actually happening. And now, before I get into my opinion on what's my take on all of this, I want to read what TikTok's statement was, because they already had this written. They know that it was going to come. Like, let's be real here. Again, this was one of the first times where it felt really solid that it was a potential chance where it was going to get banned. And I want to say banned in quotations because, in a sense, it's not being banned, but it is being banned. But let me rewind first. So yesterday, TikTok made a post on Twitter and said, our statement on enactment of the TikTok ban. This unconstitutional law is a TikTok ban and we will challenge it in court. We believe the facts in the law are clearly on our side and we will ultimately prevail. The fact is, we have invested billions of dollars to keep US data safe and our platform free from outside influence and manipulation. This ban would devastate 7 million businesses and silence 170 million Americans. As we continue to challenge this unconstitutional ban, we will continue investing in innovating. Oh my God, I'm sorry, I'm still waking up. We will continue investing and innovating to ensure TikTok remains a space where Americans of all walks of life can safely come to share their experience, find joy, and be inspired. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, dog. This is all, of course, just PR speak. Do they really mean any of this shit? No. Do they give a fuck that people have a voice on their platform? No. Do they care about the money that they make from those, what did they say, 7 million businesses? Fuck yeah, they do. They want that money. They want people to spend money. And I'm pretty sure a lot of other companies have invested a good portion of money. Like, there's a lot of people who invest a lot of money into this platform, and so to sit there and potentially make it go away, that will effectively be a lot of businesses that will end up being hurt and damaged by this, because there are a lot of companies that do rely on TikTok and the algorithm to be pushed out there. Again, TikTok is, for all the bad things that it is, because I've been honest about it, I've been forward, I don't like TikTok. I think TikTok's a trash platform. I don't really think that anything ever good comes out of it, but I do recognize that there are actual good creators on there. It's pretty much like any platform, right? It's like Kick. It's notoriously known for just pretty much having all the shittiest people known to mankind on that platform. But I do recognize that there probably still are a couple good people on that platform. It is not just all the worst people, but there are still a couple good people. That's how I view TikTok in the same light. And for better or worse, the one thing that TikTok does right compared to all the other social media apps is it has an algorithm that is actually pretty good, in the sense of, if you post something and you're a complete nobody, you have a chance to actually get seen on the app. Now, is that really still the case in 2024? It's not like how it used to be, but there, you can still have shit pop off randomly. That is the benefit of the platform and why so many people like it. You post something on Instagram, your shit's gonna die in the waters if you don't have a following. They don't want you to have reach. They want you to pay for your reach. And don't get me wrong, all social media platforms are like that to some extent. But when you compare Instagram to at least TikTok, in the sense, at least my own experience, I have a way better chance of having my shit pop off on on TikTok than I do on Instagram any time of the day. Because Instagram, again, doesn't give a fuck unless you, one, have a following, or two, you pay to have your shit get seen out there. Now, earlier in the video, I said I'll explain more what I meant about the ban for TikTok. In a sense of what this is it's not exactly a ban, but more that they have to divest their company and sell to an American-owned company if they want to still operate in the United States. So if they do that, then TikTok stays. If they don't, then TikTok goes bye-bye. But of course, with how much money is riding on the line and the fact that it doesn't make any sense to not do it, it's pretty much the United States forcing their hand, and they have to pretty much say, well, fuck, all right, I guess we're going to do this then. We don't want to do it. We said that we're the good guys. We're not doing anything nefarious. And look, I'm not here to defend TikTok. I think that they do a bunch of sketchy shit just like the rest of the social media apps. I don't think that any single one, especially the American made ones, they're not any saints either. They're doing the same exact shit, but just on American soil. That is the crux of the situation. It's just that one happens to be Chinese owned and one happens to be American owned. And America doesn't want a Chinese app being able to have access to all the data, and then they don't get that same access as well too. They can't get the access, then fuck it, your app isn't allowed. That's pretty much what it is. And it's really shitty because, honestly, I think this whole situation has been gone about the wrong way. But let me tell my opinions a little bit later. Let me show you one more thing before I get into my own thoughts. The TikTok CEO went to make a post or a video as well too, to sit there and describe the TikTok ban more and what they plan to do.
Hi everyone. is shown here. As you may have heard, Congress passed a bill that the president signed into law that is designed to ban TikTok in the United States. That will take TikTok away from you and 170 million Americans who find community and connection on our platform. Make no mistake, this is a ban. A ban on TikTok and a ban on you and your voice.
Now, of course, I know they're leaning into the whole TikTok ban. This is a TikTok ban, but it's not really a ban in the sense of how they're wording it or how the narrative is presented. It's more in any foreign apps can be banned if the United States deems it as a national security risk and they feel like, hey, we should own it, not you, because we're the good guys and you're not. That's pretty much what the bill is. It's not, I mean, granted, it's targeted towards TikTok, but they make all U.S. law is made to be as broad as possible so it can apply to so many things, and in its own right, that's pretty scary enough. But this isn't exactly just a word-to-word TikTok like definite ban. Like, this law only applies to TikTok. And the reason why I want to say this is because I want people to know that this isn't just some, oh, well, all right, they have to pass, Congress has to pass another law if they want to ban another foreign app. No, they already got a law that's passed so they can ban any foreign app, and they don't need to pass another law to do it again. I want that clarification known so that people are educated and aware, because this isn't exactly a one-to-one ban of just one specific app, and that's why this law was passed. Again, is TikTok what's being aimed at with this law? Yes. But again, the law is made broad enough so it can apply to other apps other than just TikTok. So maybe if they want to get rid of Temu one day, they could. They get rid of any other thing that they deem as a national security risk, they can. It's just that TikTok is pretty much being the example they're using to be made out of. So they'll be like, hey, you saw what we did to TikTok, one of the biggest apps ever. We'll do it to other apps. So don't you worry. We'll get to you next if we want to get rid of you.
Politicians may say otherwise, but don't get confused. Many who sponsored the bill admit a TikTok ban is their ultimate goal.
Now, for those that are wondering what he's talking about in terms of people sponsoring this bill, I'm pretty sure he's referring to Facebook, Meta, Instagram, Twitter, any other competing social networks are pretty much ones going after trying to make sure that TikTok be banned. Because guess what? It's competition. And if you remove your competition, then guess what? Now all your users have to flock to American-made social media apps, and you don't have to worry about your big conglomerate, which is TikTok, which has the mass market share, right? Like, everyone that cares about shorts or any type of short form content, they go to TikTok. They don't go to fucking Instagram Reels. They don't go to YouTube Shorts. But guess what? If you get rid of TikTok, then users have no choice. They have to go and use the other alternatives now. And of course, for those platforms, it's going to boost user engagement and shit like that. So that's pretty much what he's referring to, is saying that this is a bill that is targeted to get rid of them, which is AKA get rid of a competitor. Now, whether or not you believe that case is up to you to decide. I just wanted to give you the information in case you're wondering.
It's obviously a disappointing moment, but it does not need to be a defining one. It's actually ironic because the freedom of expression on TikTok reflects the same American values that make the United States a beacon of freedom. TikTok gives everyday Americans a powerful way to be seen and heard, and that's why so many people have made TikTok part of their daily lives. Rest assured, we aren't going anywhere. We are confident and we will keep fighting for your rights in the courts. The facts and the Constitution are on our side, and we expect to prevail again.
Now, the rest of the video just goes on to say everything that they already put in the Twitter post that I showed you earlier. It's pretty much just a bunch of them saying, hey, we care about y'all. Y'all the best. Come on. We need y'all support. We're going to fight this shit tooth and nail. We're not going to let them beat us. When in reality, dog, you're already lost. I'm sorry. If already has been signed into law, you're done. So you can sit there and take it to court. You can challenge it all you want. But at the end of the day, when it comes to a situation like this, there's no shot that you're actually going to overturn a decision like this. It just no way. I would love to be proven wrong. It'll be kind of interesting to see. But I am about 99.9% sure that there is no shot that they're going to be able to get this bill overturned, and all of a sudden it's like, all right, this ban that was going on, not happening no more, bro. We're good to go again. No, you're going to have to divest and sell your company to an American company. That's just the crux of the situation. Now, as far as my take on this situation, I think it's going about the entirely wrong way. I've been very vocal about this in the past, but I think that if you really care about national security, you care about Americans and this and that and that and this, the motherfuckers sign a fucking data privacy law and shit like that actually gives a fuck about data and protecting Americans' privacy. Why don't you do that? This is fucking nothing burger. This is a waste of time. This doesn't solve anything. But the reason why, and this is why I say that this is all a load of dog shit and that they don't really give a fuck. They only want access to your data. That's the whole reason why they want to ban this app, is because they don't have access to your data. They want the access. They want to have that back door in. They don't care about your fucking privacy. They don't care about trying to do good for the American people in this sense. Like, that's what's frustrating about this. If you really care about the shit, then you would pass a law that applies to all fucking social media apps and just websites in general that is more focused on privacy-centric laws and data protection. But no, you don't. You'd rather fucking ban this app and say that, oh, we care about fucking Americans, we want to care about your data, and then blah, blah, blah. Shut the fuck up. No, you don't. Again, if you did, you would pass a fucking goddamn privacy law and data regulations and shits like that, so that it actually does something and it actually applies to all social media platforms. But because you don't, it shows that you really don't care. And that's my ultimate issue with this, is because they're not really solving anything. It's just a load of bullshit. That's really all it is. And as others have already said, this sets a bad precedent in the sense of them now just banning anything they don't like. They sit there and see something, oh, ban, we don't want it. You got 9 months, go away, bub. You know, it sets a precedent of them now just getting rid of shit they don't like. And I mean, as you sit there and think of America as land of the free, land of freedom, and having free speech and having this and that, to sit there in the idea that maybe this is now the beginning of a turning point, maybe a dark arc, a dark era for America, in the sense of now just starting to ban shit that they deem as national security risk. That's a scary thought to have, because again, one of the benefits to being in America is having to be able to say what you want, do what you want for the most part, use any apps, things like that. And so to sit there and start taking away those things, again, it sets a bad precedent, especially when you think down the line, because again, you can't think of just now. You got to think of 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now. You know, you don't really know what's going to happen. And this could be the beginning of a lot of shit being banned down the line. Whether or not it's going to happen, I couldn't tell you. But again, this is, in my opinion, a very shitty situation in the sense of, I don't think it's gone about the right way. Again, if they cared about your data, they cared about your privacy, things that they have already voiced in the past, then Congress would have worked to have a bill that actually applies to all social media apps, that actually benefits all American people, instead of just targeting one specific social media app, which again ultimately will not solve anything by banning it. But that's just my opinion. Anyways, you made this far into the video, consider giving a like, subscribe to the channel, let me comment below what you think. Have a great day. Yeah.